In this step, we'll mount the battery and the controller, connect the battery to the controller and the controller to the motor. Okay, I've got the battery bag, or bought a battery bag, to use at least temporarily until I decide how much battery I need and where it's going to mount permanently. In the moment I'm going to mount it on the rack. The bag is pretty nicely made. I had to fuss a little bit with the connectors because two of them weren't together properly, but that's intended. I assume this wire is power to the controller. The battery itself fits nicely enough in the bag. Yeah, that'll serve just fine. There's quite a bit of room in there. The bag came with some padding. Looks like this. That makes some kind of sense. I'll put that in there. I've got some other padding I may use. There's a connector to the power cord. This is the charging connector. And there's a key switch. I'm not sure which is off and which is on, but for the moment I'm not going to worry about that. And the charging connector, in fact, matches the charger that came with the battery, which is good. And I assume it will match the charger that comes with the radiator as well. Check that real quick. And in fact it does. So everything looks pretty good. So the next step then is to get this battery mounted and padded properly. It's a pretty substantive affair. Let's see what we want to do here. We put the padding in more or less like this. And maybe like this. That seems to fill the space up a little bit. Top goes on well enough. Top has got some amount of space in it. For the moment I'm going to leave it empty. I think later on I'll probably want to do something to fill it up. There's a little back pocket. Everything seems to be pretty protected against rain. That's encouraging. It's a carrying strap. Good sturdy zippers. A bit of reflective stuff. All that looks okay. So the battery should go up here. There's a tie-down strap. Not really sure that I think that's going to help me much. There are also a couple of straps that look like they want to wrap around a bar. Velcro straps. That's encouraging. Because I've got a bar here that will wrap around quite nicely. Although not too shabby. The switch is labeled off and on. I had it on, now it's off. Okay, so that's a step forward. And let's see what else we have for straps here. Oh, there's another one right here. It's intended to go over the front. Curiously not one back. That seems a bit strange, but okay. I ended up modifying the battery mount slightly, replacing the two support bars with a plywood piece to better support the battery. At this point, I decided where I wanted to mount the controller and how I wanted to route the wires from the battery to the controller and from the controller to the motor. Here's what I came up with. As you can see, the battery is mounted on the rack and cabled to the controller, which I've mounted on the seat support tube. Here's a close-up. And then the controller, in turn, is routed through this box to the hub motor. Simple and clean, and it has worked well.